The movie starts with a young lady named Iris applying for a waitressing job at a local restaurant, even though she had zero experience, as she tries to explain her situation to the recruiter to get the job. But he tells her that he will call if she is suitable for the position. You see, Iris has a younger brother, Raleigh, who had been battling leukemia for years. But all of that changed when a tragic car accident claimed their parents. Leaving Iris to become the sole caretaker, she worked odd jobs, scraped together money from wherever she could, and did everything in her power to support her brother's medical care. But no matter how hard she worked, the mounting bills and endless wait for a suitable bone marrow donor made it feel like the world was closing in around her. That same day, Iris received an unexpected invitation from Dr. Barden, Raleigh's oncologist, and one of the few people she trusted asked to meet with her. In his office, she was introduced to a poised and mysterious man named Shepard Lambrick. He was polished and polite, a man with the kind of wealth that could change lives. Lambrick explained that he hosted an exclusive philanthropic event each year, a private game with a single winner, and the prize is enough money to wipe out debts, pay for Raleigh's treatment, and secure their future. Dr. Barden revealed something even more shocking. He himself had once been a participant and a winner. It had changed his life forever. He handed Iris an RSVP card, and Lambrick smiled as he told her to call that evening if she accepted. That evening at home, the call finally came from the job. It was just another rejection. As she hung up the phone, the look on her brother's was almost worse than the words. Raleigh felt like a burden, a weight Iris shouldn't have to carry. She tried to reassure him, to smile through the pain, but something inside her was beginning to crack. Iris stared at the RSVP card, the weight of the decision pressing against her like a vice. Raleigh was getting worse. She had no job, no other options. Finally, she made the decisions and tells her brother that she is going to have a dinner with some friends. The next evening, a sleek black car arrived at her doorstep and drove her deep into the woods to Lambrick's estate, a grand, old-world mansion steeped in silence and mystery. She was greeted by Bevins, the eerily formal butler, who took her coat and led her inside. One by one, she met the other 8 contestants. There was Cal, an easygoing man from Seattle; Lucas, a quiet and thoughtful type from Iowa; Peter, a twitchy gambler from Las Vegas; Linda, an elderly woman in a wheelchair; Travis, a stern but kind-hearted Iraq war veteran; Amy, a cold-eyed, self-centered, bad girl; and Conway, a middle-aged man who looked like he'd seen better days, reeking of alcohol and bitterness. Before dinner, Bevins collected everyone's phones and personal items. Upstairs, Lambrick was in his study, preparing his son Julian to watch the evening's events unfold. Julian was instructed to observe only, no physical contact with the participants. That was the rule. Dinner was held in an opulently decorated dining room. The table was laid with crystal, silver, and expensive cuts of meat. Lambrick made small talk, smiling like a generous host. But Iris grew uncomfortable when foie gras and steak were placed in front of her. She quietly mentioned she was vegetarian. Lambrick responded with a playful challenge: eat the meat and earn $10,000. The room fell quiet. Iris hesitated, and then picked up her fork. She ate. Her dignity cost $10,000, and it tasted like defeat. Next came Conway. When Lambrick noticed he wasn't drinking his wine, Conway admitted he was 16 years sober. Lambrick smiled and offered another deal: $10,000 to drink the wine, or $50,000 to drink a full decanter of scotch. Conway trembled. The room watched him battle with his demons. In the end, he took the scotch, drank deeply, and the room applauded with uneasy admiration. The mood darkened. Lambrick cleared his throat and introduced the real reason they were all there. A game of Would You Rather. Each round would offer two choices. Brutal, twisted options. Refuse to choose, and you would be eliminated. Each decision had a time. One by one, the contestants were given a final chance to leave. No one stood. Round 1. 15 seconds. Bevins wheeled in a strange device, a battery-powered headband wired to deliver electrical shocks. This was no joke. Conway tried to leave. Bevins shot him in the head. The room exploded into panic, but Lambrick calmly explained. The game had already begun. Linda begged to go home. Lambrick simply reminded her that participation was no longer optional. Cal and Amy were fitted with the shock straps. Cal chose to shock himself. Amy chose to shock Linda, not even waiting for the timer. The pattern continued. Linda shocked Peter. Travis shocked Lucas. Lucas shocked himself to spare Iris. Iris shocked herself instead of Cal. After the round, Lambrick left the room to prepare the next phase. The contestants whispered a plan to escape, but Julian entered, smug and watchful. When Travis stood up to him, servants covered the room in plastic, as if preparing for a slaughter. Round 2. A new choice. Stab someone in the thigh with an ice pick or whip another contestant with a sjambok. A vicious African leather whip, 3 times. Iris was first. She chose to whip Travis. Lucas followed suit. Then Travis himself was forced. Stab Lucas or allow Bevins to whip him. Already bleeding, Travis took the whip again. The others began to realize he was being punished for defying Julian earlier. Peter stabbed Linda, hitting an artery. She bled out slowly as Peter tried to save her. Linda, still alive, chose to stab Amy. Amy, then, picked Iris, stabbing her in the side. Meanwhile, in the mansion's basement, Dr. Barden snuck in with his gun. Linda died soon after. Bevins removed her body like it was furniture. Cal, believing Amy's claim that only one could survive, whipped Travis again, killing him. Amid the chaos, a rebellion broke out. Cal attacked Lambrick but was shot dead. Iris escaped into the house. Lucas, Amy, and Peter were recaptured. Bevins and Julian hunted Iris through the halls. Julian found her in the basement and began to assault her, only to be stabbed by Iris with the ice pick. As she fled, Dr. Barden arrived, ready to act. But Bevins shot him before he could intervene. Julian demanded Iris be executed for what she did, but Bevins simply brought her back to the game. Lambrick, furious at Julian's behavior, banned him from returning. The next round was Russian roulette, in a sense. Each player could either choose to hold their head underwater for 2 minutes or pick a card sealed in an envelope. Each card held an unknown punishment. Peter picked the card. His challenge was to hold a firecracker, a quarter stick of dynamite, in his hand. It was duct-taped in place. The explosion blew his hand apart, killing him instantly. Lucas picked a card and was ordered to slice his own eye with a razor. Shaking, he did it. Iris chose the barrel and held her breath underwater for 2 minutes. When she surfaced, Lambrick revealed her avoided card, a full dental extraction. She had chosen wisely. Amy chose the card. Her punishment was 4 minutes underwater. She died struggling, her final gasps echoing beneath the surface. Only Iris and Lucas remained. The final round approached. Because the first player had the advantage, a coin was flipped. Iris won. Lambrick presented her with the final choice. Both contestants could walk away, alive, but with nothing. Or Iris could shoot Lucas with a dueling pistol and claim the prize. Lucas pleaded for his life. He reminded her they could still walk away. But Iris thought of Raleigh, the treatments, the future, Everything she'd done, all the blood she'd spilled, it had to mean something. She pulled the trigger. Lambrick handed her the money, congratulated her, and sent her home. In the quiet of her apartment, Iris washed away the blood and walked to her brother's room, trembling with anticipation. But Raleigh lay still. A bottle of pills lay near his bed. Vomit stained the pillow. While she had been fighting to save him, Raleigh had given up. Iris collapsed beside him, broken beyond repair, and in that moment she realized she had won the game, but lost everything.